Hey everyone! Welcome to our first Facebook Live for Strings Pop Teacher Hub. If you're anything like me, we're a bunch of classically trained musicians and teachers who are trying to stay connected to our students during this time of remote learning. My name is Carrie Salisbury. I'm a gigging violist and a Suzuki violin and viola teacher here in Los Angeles, California. I opened Strings Pop Teacher Hub with my friend Megan Mason as a creative and resourceful space to share ideas about teaching pop music arranging and improvisation to advanced students, especially now to housebound teenagers. While we all, ourselves and our students, have dedicated hours of practice time to learning scales and arpeggios, we might not have had a pedagogical breakdown of how to use these versatile skills and techniques in other genres. My goal in this group, for all of us, is to demystify pop music arranging and multi-track video production for ourselves and by extension for our students. If you have any comments or questions, or if you're watching this later and want to drop a comment in the thread, I'll be sure to either get to those later today or in a follow-up post. So feel free to leave a comment anytime. You can also invite your colleagues to join us in this group. In the last several years, my advanced teen performing group, First Inversion, is their crowdsourced name, has been creating their own arrangements and performing them around the greater LA area. Now, due to our stay-at-home order, the teens can't get together to rehearse or create in person, but they really still crave that in-person collaboration and music making with their friends. Transitioning their developing arranging skills to recording and collaborating apps like Acapella or even GarageBand, the kids have been able to work on their pieces together even when apart. Together while apart sort of seems to be the calling card of this time for all of us. As a teacher, I love seeing their developing technical chops like scales, arpeggios, application of chord theory, along with their creativity, plus keep their collaborative community going strong. They're learning recording strategies like playing to a click track, and they're self-assessing their own playing in really healthy ways to put out their best playing on each track. And once they understand this process, everything just seems to click for them. We are all trying to use effective teaching strategies with our teens at home, and helping them branch out into arranging and recording can be a fun change of pace or even a supplement to the classical rep they're working on. So in this group, Megan and I will share some of our experience and ideas for breaking the process down into components. And we'll follow up with additional deep dive content for each segment as we go. But here are a few concepts to turn around in your mind until next time. Number one, what song do you want to cover? An existing song by an existing artist is different than creating your own original songs, which we'll get into as well. But for a song that already exists, pick a song from your playlist and find the score. We will help you figure out what types of tunes and harmonies are good to start with and where to find the score. Usually the piano vocal score with the songwriter's names on it, not always the artist who recorded it. Number two, can you play the scale of the keys included in the tune? Great, then you've got the melody. The melody is the easiest part. In a multi-level arrangement, you can always have someone cover the melody or even double the melody. Number three, build a bomb bass line. We will show you how to read the chord notation on the sheet music and create a cool bass line to frame up the melody. Ever heard of counterpoint? The bass and the lead vocal have to sound good together, and counterpoint teaching is the key to that success. We will bring back your first year theory skills to talk about contrary, parallel, and oblique motion between those voices, or static motion, boo. Extra deep dives about bass lines will cover things like ostinato, textures, even some extended techniques. Glue in the inner voices, where arpeggios and double stop skills go to show off. This is also where conversations about chord theory, triad voicing, and harmonic progressions will happen. Deep dives will get into voice leading and obligato parts that go beyond the score. Step 5, add flair. Transcriptions straight off the page are great. Once you get the hang of that language, you crack open the door to your own creativity to arrange the song in new and different ways. Many deep dives into arranging possibilities will really widen the scope of expressive impact of the videos you and your students create. So we will talk about recording apps and strategies. We will talk about copyright. We will talk about distributing printed copies of your arrangements, which is a more difficult process if you have to assure the copyright from the publishers. But mostly we will talk about the kids and how we can keep showing up for them in innovative ways to help them feel excited about music and creation. We teachers can be vessels for carrying that knowledge to them. And you know what? We are going to have fun along the way. So tune in next time, and together we will demystify our first tune together. So let's jam.